Hi, my name is Aline Casagrande. I'm going to be your tour director in EF Tours. I'd like to give you some tips, some information for you to prepare for your trip. So, before leaving home, what do you need to know? First thing you need to know, backlight. Yes, we are going to walk a lot here, and we leave the hotel in the morning and just come back to sleep. So we're going to stay all day long on the street having different activities. So you're not going to have lots of opportunities to dress up. Forget the high heels, we're going to walk a lot. So bring comfortable shoes. So, what do you need to know about money? Alright, forget traveler checks. They are not accepted at all places, and it's difficult because you can lose money when you exchange it. So bring your ATM card and bring credit cards if you want, but don't forget to tell your bank you're coming to Europe because you need an authorization to withdraw money here. Try to sleep on the plane. It's very important that you arrive as fresh as you can. From the minute one, we're going to have lots of activities. So you need to be rested and animated because the fun starts at minute one. When we arrive, we're going to have a walking tour. During the walking tours, we never stop. We're all going walking together through the cities. So it's very important that if you decide to buy things, take pictures, you leave it for later, for your free time. Every day we try to give you a little amount of free time to do the things that you want to do with your friends. The EF Dynamics counts on 2 meals a day, 2 included meals. So we have everyday breakfast and lunch or dinner. The other meal you're going to have free time to enjoy the local cuisine, to try new flavors. So at the hotels you're going to room with another students, usually in triples or quads. Most of the time you're going to room with your colleagues from your own high school, but other times you're going to room with the students from another American high school. But don't worry, this is a great opportunity to socialize with your friends, or should I say your new friends from different American high schools. When we are on the streets, it's very important that we stick together. You know, we're going to visit lots of very busy capitals and tourist cities with so many people on the street. So, when walking, we stick together and we make our own decisions when crossing the streets. It's very important because when you're crossing the street, we usually tend to look to our friend in front of us. That's not a good idea. Sometimes the lights change and there you are in the middle of the street with cars. Very dangerous. Always be careful with your belongings. This is a must. We have lots of pickpockets in Europe and they can smell Americans and Canadians. Once you arrive, you probably want to call your parents to say you arrived safely. So I recommend you to bring EF cards. EF phone cards are the best way you have to talk with your parents back home. If not, you can always buy calling cards here in Europe. But remember, calls from the hotels are very expensive, so you do need calling cards. At last but not least, prepare for a great adventure in Europe. You're going to see new things, new flavor, new people, new languages, new culture. Come with an open heart. What you're going to find here, it's something that can be a life-changing experience. In the end, EF Tours, it's all about learning. And we learn when we leave a new experience in a new country. Now prepare for a great adventure, taking the metro. Let's go! Once in the metro, I'm going to buy the tickets. So I'm going to put, once time, okay, and we're talking about the Madrid metro, but it can be slightly different between Madrid and Paris and so on. So I'm going to put the ticket and you're going to cross here to the other side and wait for me. Okay? Let's go. Come on. Okay, so here we are. Let's say we're going to the Royal Palace. It happens to be at Opera. Okay? So we're going to the station called Opera. And I'm going to tell you how many stops we have to Opera. Okay? We're going to stop here and I'm going to tell you. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops to opera. And I'm going to ask you, how many stops? And you're going to tell me, 5. What's the name of stop? And I'm going to tell you, opera. So once everybody's ready and know perfectly well where we're going to, we're going. Let's go. Okay, we are about to take the metro. It's very important since sometimes we have big groups. We don't fit everybody in the same train. So we're going to spread on the platform, divide in little groups, each group with an adult, okay, preferably. And then we all know where we're going to stop, so there's no problem. The metro arrives. We leave the other passengers to leave the train first. Then we go into the train. Many times they're going to be busy, there are going to be a lot of people, but no worry about that. Just worry about your belongings. Careful with your belongings at all times. If you have a backpack, it's better to put here in front of you, right? So we get into the train. We go 5 stops. When we leave, what do? Everybody leaves the train and lean on the wall and wait for all the people to leave the train, right? And then the group leader are going to count you, and when you're ready to go, we leave.